I get kind of fuzzy and everything about it, but you know, it's like whatever is dear to you, whatever is really dear to you, it may change, but not in your mind and not in your heart, you know, and it's still there, you know. And now we even have better proof. It's still on the vinyl. It's on every tape. And what I found out is that you cannot change history. And, you know, there are a lot of people that said, oh yeah, I sang on so-and-so, I did this and I did that, you know, but you know in your heart what you did and what you didn't do. And those that didn't get the credit that they should have had or wanted to have, you know, I think at some time or another, even though you don't get all of the things that you want, you have something in your heart and in your mind, in your spirit, that nobody can take from you. It's something. It's really something. I just get kind of, you know, like you know, hey, I'm alive.
But it's good to remind yourself of that. You know,
Yes.
you affected a lot of people across the world, and you're still doing it. New people are hearing it all the time.
Right. And some of the new people that are playing in the whatever they're playing, I think that they should sit down and listen, and then put their stuff with the old and merging out into a new thing, you know. But some of the things you just can't understand.
Yeah.
Some of the bands, I think they're just tuning up.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, there always were bands like that, but they weren't in the charts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, forgive me.
But there's still an enormous influence on people like Duffy, Amy Winehouse.
Mm-hmm.
You say some of the school that Amy Winehouse came out of. Each of the acts that comes out of there seems to be so. I mean, I guess the guy who runs the school is a Motown guy,
Oh, wow.
but you're starting to hear this business of getting back to that real music, and it won't go away. It can't go away.
No, it can't. You know,
but there was I think there was a time when there just weren't musicians. There was just a guy sitting in his room.
Right, right.
You know, you get a program on a computer,
Right,
and
right.
everybody who's got a computer thinks they're a genius.
Yeah, right.
When they're only a machine minder, really. They're
Right.
just like somebody standing next to a machine who knows what to push. So you get in a way, you are getting that dimension come back, I think, a little bit now.
Right.
Which it's not helped by the talent shows too, on the TV and so on.
You know, and when you get to the TV shows, the only thing that bothers me about contests is that some of your great people kind of get rejected, and to me, I have a hard time. I guess I'm just like that, but I think that it shouldn't be like that. I think it should be a concert. Where because somebody that can really sing or really play or something, and they go back, and I know they're discouraged. I know that they are, and some of them just, what the heck, But if it's a concert, then everybody gets. And then if there's a secret vote somewhere, then do it that way. I just kind of feel like there's so much hurt going on, so much disappointment, and if we do things in a way where it encourages instead of discourages people, I think a whole lot of good things would happen for a whole lot of good people.
I'm with you. I think those shows are often made by people who know that those people are fragile. They know they're going to break down, they're going to cry. And it's arena television, isn't it? It's like throwing the Christians to the lions. For
It's just not right.
It's not nice.
It's but of course I have seen, a couple of things that will,
Sure.
But I've heard some pretty nice stuff. But it's just that competition is good, but
it's competition to be better, not to be thrown out.
Yes.
I mean, when you think about it, there's a kind of, you have a place like Detroit. Now, everybody, I guess, was in competition for jobs, for working for the auto industry, all those kind of things. It's very hard to understand why so many creative people came out of Detroit.
Yeah.
Everybody from Iggy Pop to half of the Eagles,
Yeah.
as well as all the Motown thing,
Yeah.
as well as all the jazz guys, Madonna,
Yeah.
whatever. But the thing was that, I mean, Berry took people who'd half created themselves, I guess, in the ghettos. They had nothing going for them except talent, and that was the way you either became a boxer or whatever like that, or a waitress,
Right.
or if you had a talent, suddenly there's somebody there who wants to know. Berry didn't just say, "Oh, well, you're good, we'll take you on," did he? He said, "Okay, you have potential.
Yeah.
You turn up for these lessons, for music lessons, for composition lessons, for this kind of stuff," and he created people. When you see Diana Ross now, there is not an artist from anywhere who's with a background as like she has, who can handle any situation she goes into. Nobody is better, are they? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Nobody's could possibly have been better schooled to take somebody from a ghetto and then put them in front of the Queen of England or wherever like that. That's what Berry gave people.
Right. And so, a lot of people, a lot of people say, well, we didn't get this and we didn't do that and whatnot. But if he had not been who he was, then we wouldn't have been who we are. So with all the other little old raggedy stuff, we learn to appreciate, the good that was, there has to be, in anything, there has to be a foundation. And if that foundation is kind of shaky, everybody's going to fall off of it. But, it was a good foundation. But he didn't do it by himself. He had people around him that were helpful, people around him that, I'm going to tell you something. Berry wrote this book, To Be Loved. And when I saw the book, I started laughing. Because I don't think he ever really knew how much he was really loved. How much he was really loved. Because we were just kids, all of us. And when you take kids in and embrace them and kind of groom them, they love you. They really love you. Now you might get a scoundrel, but most of them, and even as time goes by, even if they packed up and left, when you really sit down and think about it, at least I was there. He gave me a chance, and you have a lot to be thankful for, even if it didn't go like you wanted it to go, but it did go somewhere. And every day, I may not get the gold records because somebody else's name is on them, but the thing is, I hear me every day, and it's a kind of an awakening. It's almost like the birds outside, they start chirping, and and it's almost like you can hear them say, "I'm here, I'm alive, I'm doing it," So I hear me, I hear the girls, and I wanted things, but I wanted it for all of us. I wanted it for all of us, and it's kind of like, I wish we could just kind of go back a little bit and say, "Come on, Jackie, come on, Marlene, sit down here and let's do this," But they're always with me. They're the best singers I know.